Hello everyone, Kradex here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3. I've got coffee, and we've got, well, it's not coffee, but it's the same color. We've got tailings going. Man, am I excited about all this stuff, all this BTX. Not that we're even doing anything with it, but it's exciting. So next, I don't know what's next. I guess we've got this all set up now. I mean, these are running. Wait, where's the tailings stored? Oh, right there. Perfect. So tailings is showing up. It looks like we're running out of fluid trains. Uh-oh. Oh, that one's okay. Someday, I'm still tempted to switch this over, and we have new systems for this now. Yeah, what we can do is we can just provide water. Or what did I say? Pressurized air? Yeah, we can use pressurized air as a dummy variable, and then we can provide and request pressurized air in different places with different priorities. That's the really nice thing about this. Like, I can provide this BTX at a really high priority as pressurized air, right? And so that way, trains would come to pick up pressurized air, and then they'd leave full of BTX, and then they'd go deliver to somewhere that needs fluid fuel. So that's kind of my long-term plan for that, is to switch that over. We just haven't had a huge need for fluid fuel around the base at this moment. The only thing we're really even using it for is this salt mine and like a couple other things that are already plugged in. So I just haven't needed to, but I do want to switch it over now that CyberSyn, and in case you're wondering why I'm talking about this, like, wait, didn't we not do that for a reason? Well, CyberSyn added the ability to do no loading manifest. So now we can check that and then just do circuit condition or inactivity, and then trains will just fill with fluid fuel, and then after inactivity they'll leave, even if they have the completely wrong item in them. So they'll be asking for pressurized air, but they'll end up with something like gasoline inside of them, and then they'll go off and deliver that. So that'll work fine. Okay, process, I don't want to do that right now. We already did that. What I want to do right now is add the other geothermal, because we picked up the stuff for it. So let's go over to here and add geothermal. And then what? I don't really know what's next. I guess the artificial blood stuff, maybe? Wait, what oh. This one's already done. I just didn't have radar for it. Oh, okay. Let's fix that. Wait, or did we have... According to this, we have radar... I'm so confused right now. Did I just... No, I definitely didn't miss that. I didn't miss a big block of blue icons. But this is in the radar range of this radar, I think. I'm so confused. What just happened? Have I gone truly mad? Like, I swear when we came over here, it was just a red dot. Here, hold on. Let me get away from there to look. But, like, I swear that wasn't in radar range. What is going on right now? Yeah, I'm 100% sure of that. I just don't know how exactly that happened, because this radar is on. So how would that have happened? And it's 1, 2, 3 chunks. So I don't understand why on the map that wasn't... I'm really confused. I'm really confused by that. I have no idea what's going on. I have no earthly idea what's going on there. Now, how many geothermal plants do I actually have then? Do I have one more than I thought I did? Geothermal plant. Yeah, according to this, I have 7. That's one more than I thought I had. I thought I had 6. That's awesome. Okay. Well, there's that then. Let's find one that isn't occupied. Occupado. That one's a little far. That one's a little far. That one is probably the most doable. Yeah, we can just do big power poles out to that. Okay, that's so weird. I don't know what just happened, but is it a glitch? Or maybe I saw, okay, I see. The red square is now red again. So maybe I was zoomed out and just saw the red square and didn't look close enough to see that there was blue around it. Maybe that's what happened. Huh. Yeah, that must have been it. Alright, well anyway, we need to get way over there. And then we'll drive up to the northwest, get one more geothermal plant. I think it's worth it. I mean, sure, I could just set up more coal power. I don't know. Maybe I should just set up a big power plant on top of a raw coal patch and I burn all the ash and just call it a day. You know, it's wasteful, but it's also simple and gives me a ton of power. Or I could sort all the ash and put it near, you know, put all the soot into the train network at least. If I really wanted to, but sometimes wasting byproducts is good because it gets you somewhere with less hassle, which then lowers the, you know, the wall of actually doing that thing to be a bit more accomplishable, and then you actually end up doing it. You know, if I wanted another gigawatt, it's a lot easier to do it if I just use raw coal and burn the ash. Ah. Around this forest here. Okay, where am I going exactly? Mostly northwest, a little bit more west than north. Alright, we has arrived. So I believe we have blueprint here. Oop. Oh, I missed. Somehow I missed. Alright, try again. Turn the bots on. I will manually fix this. Not that these even need to be the singles, they could easily be the doubles and it wouldn't matter. Because I'm not gonna build around here probably ever. I don't think my base is gonna get up to there, train-wise. I guess it's possible. But that's a long way away from everything else. Okay, and then we need big power poles. Wait, I'm still missing something. Hey, we made the first sulfuric acid. Hey yo. Okay. So I need to connect this. Over to here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we got out. Alright, so that's connected, and then we need to leave Tim behind here. Slalom a little bit. It's really hard to stop. Okay, and then we need to connect these for a brief moment. Oh, this is also still missing the pump jack. There we go. Okay, and once we've made a batch or two of steam, then we should be good to go. So remove that. Now this is an isolated power network. I mean, what's the point of this? It just makes sure that brownouts are never going to slow down our geothermal output, which I think is kind of important, because geothermal right now is a significant portion of our power. We now have 7 geothermals, and we've calculated the power output of each to be about 90 megawatts. So that's 630 megawatts constant from geothermal. That's a big deal. That's more than I'm making from coal power. So, and the other great part is, I think, is this true? Mining no, never mind. I was like, we'll get even more power in Pi 2 science, but no, it's not until Chem science that we'll get 2 more upgrades for geothermal. And at that point, I'm guessing we'll have much higher power needs and geothermal will be dwarfed. But at least for now, geothermal's a reasonable. You have a sulfur mine right there. Oof. Get through. All right, Tim and Jenny, I'll let you guys catch up. Just this time. Oh yeah, antimony. Our antimony belt is so freaking long. Okay, we made it back. And this is, I assume, a fluid train. Yep. Alright. So, I mean, we could add another fluid train pretty easily. I know I can't reach. I'm in map mode. Silly. Yeah, I mean, let's go grab another fluid train. That's easy enough. I think it'll be faster to actually hop out right now. Glass, I think, is doing fine. Man, there are so many things I still need to put on trains. Like all of my tar processing, it's like sort of on trains, right? Like the gasoline output ends up on trains. The coke sort of ends up on trains. But there are other things that just aren't ending up on trains. Alright, 1 loco, 1 fluid wagon. Let's get rid of these guys. And random detritus. I actually want 2 stacks of 1-2s. 2 stacks of the eyes. Okay. That's good. More chests. Use up all our steel. Steam engines. Everything seems okay. I probably need... Oh, I don't need more engines. I do need more valves, though. Now, the pi valves, I think, are back to being the same as these valves. So I could switch back. I like the look of these better, though, I'm not gonna lie. These are a lot bigger and bulkier. Oh, and these don't have changeable thresholds. Okay, never mind. I'm never gonna change those. Okay, well, screw that. I wonder why they don't have, oops, modifiable thresholds like the string weasel valves. Because that really changes things. You know, being able to change the thresholds means you can have 3 levels of priority where you could be like, okay, when you're at 50%, go to here, and when you're at 80%, then go to there, and like that's really useful. Even for as simple as like, okay, you want priority 1 to be this thing, priority 2 to be this thing, and then you just overflow the rest. And you can't even do that with the 80% overflow valve. So I find this to be very useful. Okay, anyway, what are we doing? What are we doing? Let's move these up. I kind of want to get going on... Wait, what? Oh, I'm holding control. Shift goes up. Because shift is above control. So do we need artificial blood before... sorry, I gotta pause 1 second. Okay. I'm back. So, artificial blood... I mean, we were looking at all that. They're all so interlinked. There's so many, like, pieces that are needed in the same place that I don't want to totally separate out things. Like, we need the cytostatics with the artificial blood, with depolymerized organics, with Decalin. Flutec PP6 and albumin make artificial blood. Huh. So, artificial blood... Oh, it would help to spell it correctly. Artificial blood is used in a bunch of places, so we want that on trains. Flutec PP6, I'm learning to check the barrels. Is really only used in one place until Purple Science. Technically for Kickout 2. Decalin is used in cytostatics. And cytostatics we're going to want to make probably on site. Right? Decalin. Makes Flutec and cytostatics, and the cytostatics are used in the Perogen. A couple other things later. But they need plasmids. I'm just thinking, like, I don't really want to put Decalin on trains. And cytostatics needs so many of the other things we need for the research that it feels like we should make this all in the same place. But then we're stuck making Decalin at the research plant, then that's just more ingredients. I don't know. Cobalt fluoride is what we needed the acid gas for, by the way. Also, do I have sulfuric eating all of our acid gas right now? Like, is that requesting on channel 1? Yeah, I mean, it is. I may need to request a higher priority on the other channel. You just need such a small amount of acid gas. And where am I gonna do all of that research stuff? could see... I could see up here being good. This is a pretty open space. I did say I wanted to leave that clear for metal stuff, so maybe up here. Yeah, why don't we do that? So let's get this plugged in. Some strong side stuff. And I will also... I'll just add in a few things. So we're gonna... Guaranteed we're gonna need a F. Wait, where's the... Oh, jeez. What's going on here? Oh, my F super trasher's at the beginning. But we're gonna need fluid requester. Probably 2 of them, but I guess I'll start with 1. I have no idea which items to request. Fluid requester. I'll do another just request extension. The other question is, am I going to put science on trains or just research it locally? I don't see a need to put it on trains. I don't think... It's not like it's used for anything, right? Oh, it is used for things. So I will need to provide some of it for making DNA samples. But that's a pretty small amount in the grand scheme. Is Pi 2 the same way? Yeah, it is. But we only need a few of it for this one specific thing, right? Like, it's mostly automation and logistic that need to go on trains. The other ones, I think I just won't. I'll just grab those manually the one time we need them. Chemicals needed in a few places. Okay. So we'll do all the research lab stuff locally here. Yeah, we'll let all this get built. We're gonna need lots and lots of items. Requested in small amounts. I might even grow this one. Oh. Oh, geez. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but let's take a screenshot. Additional paste settings caused an error while I was trying to unmerge chests? That's very odd. Huh. Alright, what did we lose? Okay, we didn't lose that much. I wonder if I actually shift-clicked on the chest, so it thought I was doing paste settings. I wonder if, like, that's, like, you know, like, you can shift left-click and right-click while you're holding the merging chest thing. I'm not sure. Something went wrong there. Okay, so going back to that artificial blood thing and cytostatics that we were looking at, this is what we need for all of it. And the cobalt extract is what again? Mixed ores and cyanic acid. Cyanic acid, we have a few ways to make it now. Methane and ammonia. So we can do what, like 50% from that so that we end up using less urea? So that's the combo. Quenching tower plus DDC, but then we need the methane. Which there are some turds for, but we don't have any of those yet. So at least for now, there is the only one way to make methane. Later on, we get syngas plus nickel to methane. And then there's some other drill head ones in here. There's that one that we're about to unlock soonish, I think. I don't really know. Either way, we need some methane, we need some urea. How big would the moondrop facility be for this? Gosh, I would still need 2 moondrop plants just for 6 methane a second. Wow. They do not make very much. How many would I need making moondrops themselves? Gosh, wow. That's a surprising amount. Okay, well, let's ignore the moondrops for the moment. I guess I want to focus on the rare earth stuff. When do we research that? Or did we already? I lost where we got to with that. Rare earth. Okay, we did research it. So then I guess this is the next thing we want to build. Now that we finally have sulfuric acid going. So input wise, what do I actually need? I need 5 ammonia. That's so random. It's so random. When do I get a new way to make ammonia? Oh. Well, I'm about to. I can go urea to 100 ammonia. And then in chemical science, we get this one. This one's pretty powerful. Molybdenum just becomes a catalyst to turn shale oil, which we already know I get in huge amounts from Kerogen. So basically you're turning molybdenum into ammonia. It's that simple. It's really powerful. And molybdenum is like pricey, but it's not that pricey. I'm pretty sure that's a great recipe. Also being able to turn aromatics into lubricant, super nice. So yeah, those are some great recipes, but for now, I guess we'll just go with the 20 urea and where is that recipe? There it is. Go with that one. So I'll have to import a tiny amount of urea and sulfuric acid, and then rare earth ore needs rare earth extractor, which we can now make, I think. Rare earth extractor. Yep, I'm good to go on those. Wait, fast inserters? Are we making fast inserters? Hold up. I don't think we're making fast inserters. Shoot. Okay, I guess we gotta make fast inserters now. So put that in there, fast inserter. And then, oh God, wait, what just happened? Why is it adding so many items? Additional paste settings. Did you... I mean, I know you caused a crash, but we reloaded the save, so it shouldn't change anything. It should be just doing one recipe per. Does it not work on ghost requesters? Maybe it doesn't work on ghost requesters. I thought I did. Guess not. Okay. Oh, and we need rubber belts too. It's so annoying. Belt. We're gonna need a few hundred rubber belts to be available. Rubber 40. These need to be channel 1. These will need to be channel 1. The inserters will need to be channel 1 once they get here. It's also important to note these are not in the construction network. So if I want them to be, I need to request them over here. Somehow. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Like, what if I want them available in both? It's almost like I need two outputs. Fast inserters for actually building, and then fast inserters for actually, yeah. That's really interesting. Because most things that I'm making here are just ingredients for building buildings, and then those get provided to the main Channel 0 network here. But things like fast inserters or transport belts need to be available locally, so I need two outputs for those. Huh. Because they're ingredients and entities. They're both. Forgot power poles as well. Okay, well, we'll come back to that in a second. So anyway, these guys, let's grab our Helmod summary, or this button. And then I think I can just click, shift click. No, it doesn't quite work. Why not, though? Oh, it has to be rotated the same way. There we go. I was gonna say, I'm like, I thought we already did that even. Fluid separator, thickener, I don't think those are on the list yet. Let's get a few of those done. Thickener. I'm pretty sure we can do most tier 1 buildings now, but I just want to double check. Okay, that one requires chemical plants. Do we have chemical plants lined up? I don't think we actually do. Those need DDCs, which we have. Man, these buildings get expensive. You know, when you add together all those other buildings, it's really crazy. Ball mill, FTS reactor, I definitely don't have. That goes in the oil stuff. Put 2 of those on the list. They're actually not that expensive. You'd think they would be. Everything else is good to go. My bot mall is going to be busy for a little bit there. And then we'll get rare earth mined. I don't know where we'll actually mine it. I'll probably put the ore on trains, because we're going to be mining in multiple locations. And that could be... yeah, I mean, this one's probably the easiest. Or this one. This one's literally next to train stuff already. So yeah, why don't we do that one, and then we'll do a strong side provide. Or weak side provide, rather. What's hard about this is I don't know if that's going to connect to that yet. I guess I'll do that to be safe. Okay. This is finished building for what it's worth. So much to do. So right now we're just looking at getting rare earth stuff onto trains. And did we double check that, like, these don't have other uses? Rare earth oxides have a lot of uses. Rare earth concentrate, thankfully, does not. Rare earth solution does not. Rare earth slurry does not. Rare earth mud does not. Rare earth dust does have... okay, that's just for more rare earth stuff though, so no, that doesn't have any additional uses. Wait. I'm confused. There are 2 ways to make the rare earth mud. I guess if we had lots of organic solvent, which we don't. We're going with the sulfuric acid one. Okay. And then the rare earth dust, or I should say powder, has no other uses. The rare earth ore does have other uses for mixed ores, but that's fine because we're already going to be putting that on trains. So this is perfect. This whole chain should be together because there's no reason for it not to be. And we get a little bit of tailings out, a little bit of rich dust out, a little bit of pure or regular sand out, a little bit of copper ore and uranium ore out. Very interesting. Some cold steam out. Some random... I feel like we definitely want a super trasher for this. Because we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different solids. Yeah, definitely want a super treasure. Did I decide where I'm processing rare earth ores yet? I don't think I did. I set up this. This has nothing hooked up yet. It's kind of far away from everything though. Do I really want to hook up rare earth over here? I mean, it's not like it's gonna need trips taken to it all the time, so why not? So let's set up a super treasure over here. I think we're 1 tile short on that train connection. Super treasure, requester for solids, and then we need a requester for fluids. for the sulfuric. F requester extension. Put that over here. I need sulfuric acid in small amounts. Do 10,000. Because it's never gonna run this fast. You know, 43 a second. We're not actually gonna be using that. At least not for a long time. So for now it's fine. And then we're gonna need to provide tailings. And then provide... Do we want to provide the cold steam? It feels silly to waste. So then the question is, do I do 2 F trashers or do I do the F super trasher? We don't have any other fluids here. There are only the 2. But who knows what else we'll do in this block, right? We might end up wanting to super trash later. Gosh, look at, we're already dumping light oil. That's crazy. Well, the good news is we can freely use light oil on stuff. Aromatics are free, gasoline's basically free. I should be making a bunch of those right here. And providing them as well. Because I mean, isn't it just DDCs that we need for that too? Yeah, it's just DDCs. I should set that up. So many things to do. So many things. But yeah, I don't really think we're gonna need... Wait a second. I just got an idea. I could use these 3 to provide the cold... Well, no, the cold steam is gonna be something special. Because I do think... Ugh, it sucks. I think we're gonna have to... Yeah, so this one will be set up for normal tailings. But this one is gonna be special because we're gonna have different... Yeah, what am I trying to say? So like, if pressurized air, maybe water's the symbol I'll use for cold steam. So pressurized air will be for our generic fuel, and then water will be for cold steam, and then steam will be for hot steam. And then maybe I'll find some other symbol for 500 degree steam or something. But for now, we'll just use this. But what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to set up a system that tells the train to leave. You know, we're gonna have to have this going on. And then we're gonna have to have a filter. So like, we don't want to show that we have steam here. We want to show that we have water. So we need an arithmetic combinator. Running the calculation on what's in the that was not what I thought it was. There we go. This guy, and then that gets added in. So like, this is gonna do whatever. I mean, I guess we should specifically choose steam to make sure we don't run into some other issue, but steam times 1 output water. So that way it thinks we have water, but we don't. And then think this is okay. We're gonna need another RoboPort here. Yeah, I mean, does that work right? Like so we've got water, and then this will be set to inactivity and no loading manifest. So then we could do circuit condition, but I think cold steam is going to be made and used in large enough amounts that I can just do full loads only for this type of thing. So then it'll think we have water. A train will come to pick up the water. This will just be turned on. We don't even need this connected because we're doing full loads only. So that'll just pump the steam in, and then it'll go deliver wherever it's delivering to. Yeah, so that should work. I think that's actually all we need to do. And then it'll just be at the stations where we want cold steam, we request water. And it'll think it's picking up water, but it'll actually bring back cold steam. So that'll work. So this is going to be cold steam from rare earth oxides, REO. That's the name of it. This is going to be tailings from REO. This is Super Trasher, or REO, Trash Provide 1, REO, Trash Provide 2, REO, what have I been calling them? Ingredients, inputs. Been calling them both, I think. Input and output works better with ingredient and output, so I'll call it imp. Oh, we've already got some sulfuric. Look at that. Look at that. How much do we actually have? 2.9k, not that much. But it's happening. What is this? Love to see that. Whatever the heck happened here is bad news bears. What on earth? What on rare earth? Where is that? That's over here. I'll go fix it manually because it'll take bots an hour to fix it, but I don't know what's going on with that. We haven't seen bots mess up building loader orientations before, so I wonder what this is. A train is stuck. Yeah, I bet I know which one. Yep. I wonder why. Wait, even these are backwards. How did they both get backwards? I think I super force built something over something else, and that's what caused this. Well, that should fix the problem. Okay, tailings, getting processed, coal dust, happening. Where's the coal dust going, by the way? Oh. Activated carbon. Beautiful. That's actually like how we want this to work. We're using this coal dust before other coal dust. Yay! Priorities! We didn't waste coal dust. That's awesome. Wow, we're already 50 minutes in. Oh my gosh, what have we even done? We've just set up, pre-set up stuff. Okay, well, I want to at least get the buildings from the auto mall for rare earth stuff. and start setting up a couple steps. Maybe we'll at least get the rare earth mining plugged in. Okay, so off, grab, hop on the train down to here. And then hop off the train, rare earth miner. And it really is that simple. 3.5 a second. With belt stacking, it's not gonna surpass half a belt for not anytime soon. So we can just put that directly in, and then this will just fill up like that. No need to be hooked up. Yeah, there we go. Rare earth ore. I'll type out ore because REO means rare earth oxide. So we need RE ore instead of REO. But yeah, I mean, this is super chill. It's just power equals ore, and it has 300 million in it, so that's not going anywhere anytime soon. And this entire build doesn't even use close to one of those, so this is gonna be more than enough rare earth ore. Sweet, and in the next episode we'll actually set up all this stuff to make rare earth oxides. The only thing I need to double check is, do we have urea on trains? I don't think we do. Nope. So we need to put urea on trains. Urea on trains. Put that on the list. Alright, well, as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one.